Hey, Force Sensitives. I'm Darthan Magnus. Welcome back to my channel and my workshop. Yes, you heard the word workshop, so you already know this is going to be another lightsaber modification video, baby. Yeah, I love making these videos. And if you have ideas for a lightsaber modification, comment down below and we will work something out, okay? But back to the video. So, I call this one the Jade Inferno. Alright, let me clip it off my belt, show you guys what I'm working with. Okay? Admire its awesomeness. Alright. So let me break down this lightsaber hilt for you guys before we get into any of the fun stuff I got planned for us. So, in case you couldn't tell, for the foundation, I used the Mantis Hilt, which is my only curved lightsaber hilt. It was modeled after Jedi Master Dookus, just for reference, alright? So I removed the pommel, and then I took the emitter, one of the emitters off of the Renegade Cross Guard Lightsaber, and I decided to stick an emitter where the pommel would be. I just thought the silver and the black matched the silver and black up here, plus it has these jagged edges, which we are going to be using for some pommel strikes to the head. So I thought that would be pretty cool. And then moving up, I'm actually surprised I was able to keep the silver guard on here that belonged to the Mantis. Somehow it managed to fit on there and it doesn't like move or anything like that. But I removed the emitter from the Mantis and I took the Dark War Glaive Mantis and I removed just one of the claws right here. So it has like this trifecta claw going on. Alright. Now I can see this being an Old Republic lightsaber just due to the style of the pommel and the emitter. It's very much more aggressive than what you see like in the High Republic era. So I can see this being used during, let's just say, for example, the Great Sith War around 3996 years before the Battle of Yavin. If you go back and look at the Tales of the Jedi comics, a lot of their lightsabers have styles that kind of match what I'm showing you like right now. And I'll give you another example real quick. Let me just screw this blade back on before we begin. But in that same era, Exar Kun created the first double-bladed lightsaber. You see the claws coming off the emitters? That's kind of where I was referring to. Or what I was referring to, my mistake. When it comes to this Old Republic kind of style of lightsaber. So I just wanted to show you guys that as a reference point for the Jade Inferno. And of course, what gives it its name, Jade Inferno? Well, the emitter almost looks like an inferno coming off of it, okay, for the emitter. And then I have, of course, a nice emerald green blade, or jade, if you will, alright? Now, with this jade blade, I am going to be showing you guys a 36 move demonstration today, alright? I love doing these demonstrations after I complete a lightsaber modification video, so that way you guys can see how the lightsaber handles itself. Now I'm going to do things a little different for this 36 move. I'm actually going to shut off the lights right now. We're going to run through the demonstration so that way you guys can see what you're getting into. And then once I'm done, I'm going to turn back on the lights, and then I will break down the format of the video and we'll continue it just like a normal demonstrational video. Savvy? Okay. Let's get it going. Alright, don't make the noise. Don't make the noise. This is... I can't help it. I can't help it make noise. Oh, I love it. And of course, I'm going to take a picture of the Jade Inferno lightsaber and leave it in the thumbnail for you guys. Alright. Okay. Here we go. The balance is with us, my friends. Let's see if I can remember all these moves. Alright, I got this. made it through. You have no idea how many times I messed that up. Alright. So, let me get a sip of water real quick, because I'm about to do a lot of talking. Okay. So, now I am going to break down the format of the video like I normally do. If you're new, please stick around so I can explain to you what's going to be happening in the next few minutes. If you're not new, you already know what I'm going to say, so I will see you guys in that first demonstration. Catch my breath. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Who am I talking to? Alright, I'm good. So anyways, so usually when I do these demonstrational videos, I do 3 types of demonstrations. The first one I call the confusing demonstration. Why confusing? Well, it's because I use my own jargon and my own terminology to describe the movements. Allow me to give you guys a small example of what I'm talking about. So, as you saw, we're going to be using, I'm going to call my right hand my rear hand and my left hand my lead hand. Even though lead hand is behind me, rear hand is in front of me. I'll explain why later, don't worry, I got you. Alright, so as you saw, we were holding the lightsaber hilt in our rear hand, and this is how the one-handed attacks and defenses are going to sound, okay? Rear jab to the head, rear hook to the head, rear back hook to the body, rear pommel strike to the body, rear high block, rear low block, rear block to the right, things like that. Now, I know that you guys also noticed that we're going to be using a decent amount of two-handed techniques. Now, due to my lead hand being on bottom and my right or rear hand being on top, the rear hand still has all the control. So the commands that you hear coming out of my mouth is going to start with the rear hand. For example, rear hook to the head, rear back hook to the head, rear slash from right to left, rear high block, rear block to the left, things like that. So hopefully that gives you a little small reprieve for any confusion you may or may not feel during the confusing demonstration. I'm going to go through all 36 moves in that first confusing demonstration, and I'm going to break them down as thoroughly as I possibly can. Okay? Now when we're done with that, we will come to our second demonstration, which is known as the counting demonstration. Unlike that first demonstration where I'm describing everything to you guys, the second demonstration we're just going off of a counting system. So we're just going to run through the moves nice and slow and count them off one by one until we reach 36. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. Like I said, at a nice, slow, steady pace, so that way you guys can mirror my movements at home. And then when we're done with that second demonstration, we will come to our third and final demonstration. Everybody's favorite, it's the fun demonstration. Yes, all right. Now the fun demonstration is what I showed you guys at the very beginning, where I shut off the lights, turn on this light, and then you guys get to see the 36 move demonstration in full, okay? Shortly after that, I will end the video. 2 more things to get through before we begin. Like I was saying before, I am going to call my right hand my rear hand. Okay, so just think R and R, rear right. Same thing goes for the right foot. I will be calling it my rear foot. We have a rear snap kick involved, and then plus foot placements I'll be describing to you guys throughout that first demonstration. When it comes to my left hand, I will be calling it my lead hand. So just think L and O, lead, left. Same thing goes. For the left foot, there's another kick involved, a front kick, but what some of you guys may know is a Spartan kick. And then plus foot placements I'll be describing to you guys. So it's important that you guys need to know what I'm talking about. And the reason why I have it set up that way, where my right hand's always my rear hand and my left hand's always my lead hand, is that I do suffer from short-term memory loss from a TBI I got like quite some time ago. It's got to be, oh man, yeah, like almost 12 years ago now. Yeah. And I have my good days and I have my bad days. I'll just leave it at that. But that's why I call my right hand my rear hand all the time and my left hand my lead hand. One more thing to get through before we begin is something I like to call the shuffling effect. I'll let you guys know when we're utilizing the shuffling effect. But basically, I'm going to give a command, rear jab to the head, shuffling forwards. So your front foot is going to move up first, your back foot will follow, like so. Rear jab to the head, shuffling forwards. Rear jab to the head, shuffling forwards. Okay? Now when we're backing up, the opposite will be true. That back foot's going to move first, and that front foot will follow, like so. Rear high block, shuffling backwards. Rear high block, shuffling backwards. Okay? You guys are pretty smart. You don't need to see me just dancing up here. Let's get into that first demonstration, the confusing demonstration. Let me wet my words. Come on, I got this. Let me wet my whistle real quick so that way you guys can actually hear what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're going to start off with our lightsaber hilt in a standard grip in our rear or right hand. All right? You're going to be about the center of the room because it looks like I'm center of the camera. And get into a good starting position. So, we are going to shuffle backwards as we do a rear high block, shuffle backwards as we do a rear low block, and then do a stationary rear block to the right. Next, you're going to grip the hilt with both hands, rear hand on top, lead hand on bottom. You're going to do a stationary rear block to the left. Then you're going to step forward with your lead foot as you do a rear back hook to the head. All right? Then I want you to bring the hilt behind your head and step forward with your rear foot as you do a rear slash from the right. Next, you will shuffle forwards as you do a rear jab to the head, okay? After that, we're going to shuffle backwards as we do a rear high block. And shuffle backwards again for another rear high block. So 2 in a row, okay? Then we're going to do a stationary rear block to the left. Take a step back with your rear foot as we do a rear block to the right. Then we're going to take a step forward with our rear foot as we do a rear hook to the head. Take a step forward with your lead foot as we do a rear back hook to the head. Bring the hilt behind your head again and step forward with your rear foot for another rear slash from the right. This time we are going to shuffle backwards as we do a rear high block. Do a stationary rear block from the left. Take a step back with your rear foot and do a rear block from the right. At this point, you're going to let go of the hilt with your lead or left hand. Okay, so we're back to one-handed. You're going to step forward with your rear foot as you do a rear jab to the head. Come around for a rear hook head into a rear back hook body and then a rear jab body. At this point, we're going to take our rear foot and we are going to do a rear snap kick. Okay? Make sure the heel of your foot is the one that's making connection with your opponent's body. All right? Now, how I like to do this is that I like to rock back on my lead foot and then take a small step forward with my rear foot to kind of give me the momentum that I need to get up in the air. Okay? So again, boom, boom, like that. Okay? So, rear jab to the body, rear snap kick. Now, that opponent's done. We're going to be facing this way. We're going to get into a Form III Surisu stance. How we're going to do this, you're going to point your lead hand out in front of you, hold your lightsaber in a standard grip like how I'm holding mine now. Okay? So, we're going to turn clockwise. Our rear foot will step over our lead foot. We're going to take the pommel. We're going to do a rear pommel strike to the head into a rear back hook head. Then we're going to do a rear jab head. Come around for a rear hook to the head into a rear back hook to the body and then a rear jab to the body. This time, I want you to take your lead foot and you're going to do what I call a front kick, but what some of you guys may know as a Spartan kick. Make sure the heel of your foot is the one that's making connection with the mid-stomach, the chest level, okay? So it's going to kind of look like this. All right? So, rear jab to the body, lead front kick. Now once you plant your lead foot back on the ground, we are going to turn clockwise, okay? Our rear foot is going to step over our lead foot. We're going to take the pommel again and do a rear pommel strike to the head and then do a rear back hook head. Now as we do this rear back hook head, I want you to turn your body to face this direction. How we're going to do that is that you're going to keep your rear foot planted, take your lead foot, and you're just going to swing it around like so. Okay? I don't know if you guys can hear my cat on the camera, but he's stuck in the other room and he's ma. Anyways, so rear pommel strike to the head, rear back hook head. Okay, so this will be the final direction for the remainder of the demonstration. From here, we are going to do a stationary rear high block into a stationary rear low block, and then a stationary rear block from the right. Next, we are going to shuffle forwards for a rear jab to the head. Bring your lightsaber hilt behind your head. As you do so, grip it with both hands again. Rear hand on top, lead hand on bottom. Then we are going to shuffle forwards as we do a rear slash from the right. And that's going to be your 36th and your final move. I know we're up at 36. I love it. I love it. We made it past the 30s. Oh, the 30. Yeah, now we're getting up higher. 32s, 34s, 36s. I'm excited. Let's start the second demonstration, the counting demonstration, before I just start rambling on. Okay? So, rear hand, standard grip, center of the room. Okay? So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. All right, so that's it. Let me get another sip of water, start shutting off these lights, turning on this light, and we will begin the final demonstration yet again, okay? Alright, I will bow to you, my brothers and sisters in the Force, and in the balance. Alright. Alright, calm down, Pocket. We can hear you. Alright, calm down. Okay. This kitty man. I love this cat. He's like, Daddy, let me come out here and be with you. I want to be with the action. No, I don't want to hit you with this, alright? Okay, concentrate. Nah. Yeah. Alright. So this video has gone on long enough, as I'm noticing. Okay. So I'm going to end it here instead of doing another final demonstration, since I already showed you guys one at the beginning. Excuse me. What do you guys think of the Jade Inferno? Oh, man. This was such a good idea. Putting this emitter as the pommel. yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Jade Inferno down in the comments below. Also, let me know what you guys thought of the 36 move demonstration, okay? I'm Darthan Magnus, and I am out of breath. But seriously, I'm Darthan Magnus. May the Force be with you, and may that balance keep you, my friends. You guys, take care.